What if I told you there's a simple movement secret used by Japanese women for generations? A technique so gentle you could do it in your pajamas, and so effective that in one study, women saw up to a 40% reduction in anxiety, better sleep, and less muscle tension in just a few weeks? Not a workout, not a supplement, not a new gadget, but a quiet movement pattern, a hidden trick that calms your nervous system, resets your hormones, and brings your body back into balance during menopause. In Japan, it's considered normal. For many women over 45, it's life-changing. Stay with me, because when you understand why this simple Japanese movement works and how menopause makes your brain respond to it so strongly, you may never look at your body the same way again. The secret isn't strength, it's softness. And what that softness does inside your brain is the real miracle. Somewhere in your mid-40s, long before your period becomes irregular, something shifts quietly inside your nervous system. It doesn't shout, it whispers. But those whispers eventually turn into sensations you can't ignore. Your shoulders feel tighter than usual. Your patience is thinner. You wake up at 2 a.m. for no reason at all. And your body reacts to things, small things, with a kind of intensity you don't recognize. It feels like your reactions changed overnight. But in reality, your hormones have been shifting for years. Estrogen, the hormone that helps regulate your stress system, begins to fluctuate, not gently, but unpredictably. And when estrogen becomes unstable, your nervous system loses some of the cushioning it used to have. Suddenly, sounds that never bothered you feel sharper. Your muscles tense before you even realize you're stressed. Sleep becomes fragile, as if it's balancing on thin glass. And a simple comment, a messy counter, a small frustration, they hit deeper than they used to. Your brain isn't malfunctioning. Your body isn't weak. You're not too sensitive. You're adapting. But without the right tools women in Japan use daily, the adaptation feels like overwhelm instead of balance. If you visit a neighborhood park in Tokyo around sunrise, you'll see something almost hypnotic. Groups of women, many in their 60s, 70s, even 80s, moving slowly, rhythmically, and peacefully. Their breaths guide the movement. Their spines ripple softly. Their joints glide rather than stretch. Their hands move like water being poured from one bowl to another. It looks gentle. It looks simple. It looks easy. But in reality, it's one of the most effective nervous system regulating practices ever created. Japan has a tradition of movement called radio taiso, mixed with ancient meridian opening stretches and breath-based spine work that resembles a blend of mobility, meditation, and fascia release. To the Western eye, it doesn't look like exercise because the focus isn't on muscles. It's on hormones. It's on tension release. It's on balancing the autonomic nervous system. And that, specifically that, is why this works so powerfully for menopausal women. A study from the National Center for Geriatrics and Gerontology in Japan showed that these low-intensity rhythmic movements lowered stress hormones by up to 24%, significantly improved sleep quality, and reduced tension in the neck, jaw, and calves, all areas that become reactive during midlife. Not through force, through rhythm. Western exercise trains muscles. Japanese movement trains your nervous system, the very system menopause disrupts. As you move into your mid-40s and beyond, your body begins to respond to movement in a very different way. What used to feel energizing suddenly feels draining. What once helped you relieve stress now seems to amplify it. Workouts that were once simple become overwhelming, and your body reacts with tension, irritability, or complete exhaustion. This isn't because you're losing strength or discipline. It's because the internal systems that regulate stress, tension, temperature, and muscle recovery are changing quietly, steadily, and often without warning. When estrogen begins to decline, it changes the way your entire nervous system behaves. Estrogen isn't just a female hormone. It is deeply involved in keeping your muscles supple, your fascia hydrated, your stress response steady, and your nerve signals balanced. So when estrogen becomes unpredictable, everything your body once did automatically begins to shift. Your fascia, that delicate, intelligent web of tissue under your skin, becomes a little drier and less elastic. Your nervous system fires signals more quickly, making you more reactive to discomfort or stress. Your muscles tighten faster and stay tense longer than they used to. Your body has more trouble regulating heat, which is why certain workouts suddenly trigger hot flashes or leave you feeling overheated for hours. And your recovery slows down. often dramatically. Because of these changes, intense workouts can create more chaos inside the body than calm. They raise cortisol, overstimulate your nervous system, and tighten tissue that is already craving softness, hydration, and gentle release. Soft movement, on the other hand, becomes a key, almost like a code your midlife body recognizes instantly. Your fascia responds first. Japanese-style diagonal and wave-like movements gently wring out the connective tissue, allowing hydration to return. This is important because hydrated fascia glides instead of grips, and women in a 2021 Keio University study showed noticeable reductions in hot flash intensity when fascia hydration improved. Your vagus nerve comes alive. The vagus nerve is your body's reset button. It controls your stress response, your digestion, your mood, and even your temperature regulation. Slow, rhythmic Japanese movement increases vagal tone, meaning your body shifts into rest and restore mode more quickly. Tokyo Medical University found that these movements increased vagus nerve activity by 18 to 22% in just minutes. Your brain chemistry rebalances. Gentle flowing sequences increase natural calming chemicals like GABA and serotonin. This is one reason a 2022 Japanese trial documented up to a 40% drop in anxiety, better sleep, and noticeably less muscle tension after a few weeks of consistent practice. Your internal thermostat settles. Hot flashes are not caused by heat, they are caused by the brain becoming hypersensitive to tiny temperature shifts. Japanese rhythmic movement widens this comfort window, meaning your body interprets temperature changes more calmly and with far fewer overreactions. Harder workouts push the system further out of balance. Soft movement brings it back home, and the reason is simple. Your midlife body no longer thrives on intensity. It thrives on signals that say, you're safe, you can release, you can regulate. When your movement becomes softer, your entire physiology responds with relief. The movement secret you came for has a name: dynamic stillness. At first, the phrase seems contradictory. How can movement and stillness coexist? But in Japan, this concept is woven into daily life, especially for women navigating hormonal transitions. Dynamic stillness is the practice of moving slowly enough that your nervous system can process every sensation in real time. Nothing is rushed. Nothing is forced. Nothing is stretched beyond comfort. The movement becomes a kind of conversation between your body and your breath. Your arms glide instead of lift. Your spine moves like a slow wave, rising and falling. Your hips float rather than tilt. Your steps feel intentional, grounded, and almost meditative. Every movement follows the rhythm of your inhale and your exhale. The softness is what releases tension. The slowness is what quiets the stress signals. And the breath is what tells your body, everything is okay. You can let go now. A 2021 study from Osaka University found that just 10 minutes of this gentle rhythm created measurable changes in the nervous system. Women reported fewer hot flashes, deeper and more restorative sleep, calmer moods, and reduced muscle tension, especially in the neck, jaw, and calves. The science is clear. Your nervous system is designed to respond more deeply to gentle signals than to forceful ones. But beyond science, there is something profoundly human about this practice. When you move softly, you return to a way of inhabiting your body that feels natural, intuitive, and deeply feminine. For many women, dynamic stillness feels less like exercise and more like coming home. To understand why this Japanese movement is so powerful, it helps to picture what's happening inside your body as you begin to move. As your movements slow down, your breathing naturally deepens. With every long, steady breath, your cortisol levels begin to fall, and the tight loop of stress signals in your brain starts to unwind. Your heart rate becomes steadier and more variable, a sign of strong emotional resilience. Doctors call this heart rate variability, and it is one of the most reliable indicators of a calm, adaptable nervous system. Your brain gently shifts into a dreamy, restorative state called theta, the space between deep relaxation and alert focus. This is the same state activated during meditation, slow breathing, and deep sleep. It is a state that supports hormonal balance, mental clarity, and emotional grounding. Your internal thermostat, the hypothalamus, becomes less reactive. Suddenly, the heat that once triggered a hot flash no longer sets off an alarm. Your fascia softens as hydration returns and the tissue becomes more pliable. When fascia is soft, it stops gripping your muscles. which reduces cramps, jaw tension, and the deep, lingering stiffness that many midlife women assume is just aging. And something else happens too, something more subtle. Your emotional bandwidth expands. You begin to feel less overwhelmed. Your reactions soften. Your stress threshold widens. You regain a sense of steadiness that may have felt out of reach for months or even years. All of this happens not because you push harder, but because you finally give your nervous system the one thing it has been craving: safety, space, softness. You don't need an hour-long routine to calm your body. You don't even need special clothes, a mat, or music. You just need 5 quiet minutes, a little space, a little breath, and a willingness to slow down. You can do this before bed, while waiting for your tea to steep, or even standing barefoot beside your bed. These movements are small, but the impact they have on your hormones and nervous system is surprisingly deep. Let's begin. The rib cage circles. Start by imagining that your rib cage is drawing a gentle circle in the air. As you move, let the motion be slow and fluid, as if you're stirring warm water with your breath. Move your ribs slightly forward, then to the side, then back, and across to the other side. There's no rush, no right or wrong way to do this, just flow. With each inhale, feel your chest open softly. With each exhale, feel everything melt and settle. This simple pattern releases the diaphragm, the deep muscle that tightens when hormones fluctuate, and within seconds, your breathing starts to feel deeper, easier, and more natural again. The diagonal reach and roll. Now bring one arm up and gently reach it across your body, as if you're gathering light from the air. Let your opposite hip soften back and follow the rhythm of your breath. Then slowly switch sides. Allow each reach to feel graceful, not forced, like the kind of stretch your body invents when it feels free. These diagonal movements hydrate the fascia, that thin, living web beneath your skin, and help your body release heat, tension, and the restless energy that can build up during menopause. In Japan, this motion is often done at sunrise to reset the nervous system for the day. You can do it anytime, especially before sleep, when your body needs softness the most. The pelvic float. Now bring your awareness to your hips and pelvis. Imagine your pelvis resting in a shallow bowl of warm water, floating gently forward and back. Let the movement be subtle, almost invisible. It's not about how far you move, but about how gently you allow the movement to happen. This small rocking motion releases deep pelvic tension, especially in the muscles that tighten with stress. Many women notice that after just a few days of this practice, their lower back feels freer, their posture softens, and even their sleep becomes calmer. The spine wave. Finally, let your spine move with your breath, as if you're creating a quiet wave from the base of your back up to your neck. As you inhale, allow your chest to lift slightly, like a slow sunrise inside your body. As you exhale, let your back soften and round, allowing the movement to flow naturally from one vertebra to the next. This gentle wave sends a powerful message through your vagus nerve, the pathway that tells your body, you are safe, you can rest now. Within just a few minutes, your heartbeat steadies, your temperature settles, and the tension that's been living under your skin begins to release. You can do this whole sequence once a day, in the morning to ground yourself, or at night to unwind. You don't need equipment or structure. You just need a few minutes of presence. Most women begin to notice changes within a week. They breathe more deeply, sleep more soundly, and move through the day with less irritation and more ease. After 3 weeks, the body starts to reorganize itself from the inside out. Your nervous system learns new rhythms. Your hormones stop overreacting, and you begin to feel like you again calm, clear, and centered. When you practice these gentle Japanese movements regularly, something subtle but powerful begins to shift. Your breath deepens, your shoulders soften, and your body stops bracing for the next wave of tension. Little by little, your nervous system learns that it's safe again. Your heart rate steadies, your sleep becomes deeper, and your hormones respond more calmly, not because you force them, but because your body finally feels supported. For Japanese women, these movements aren't workouts, they're daily maintenance. A quiet ritual that reminds the body how to soften, release, and reset. And with consistency, that softness becomes your strength. Most women have a moment when they realize something inside them feels different. Maybe you wake up without that familiar jolt of heat. Maybe you move without tightness. Maybe your mind feels calmer than it has in months. It's small, but unmistakable, a feeling that your body is returning to you, as if it's whispering, "I just needed this kind of care." That moment is powerful because it shows you're not stuck. You're shifting. If this video helped you breathe a little deeper or feel a little calmer, hold on to that feeling. It means your body is responding. And you don't have to journey through midlife alone. At the Midlife Balance Institute, we share gentle, science-based tools to help women over 45 feel steady, confident, and deeply supported. So tap, like if this brought you even a moment of relief, and click subscribe to join a community where midlife isn't a decline, it's a transformation. You're not fading, you're evolving, and this is your beginning.